Hey guys and girls, it is TheAshWindy again, and welcome to another installment of Flawless Fridays. Yep, it's Friday again, that time of the week, Flawless Friday episode, and this is another hardcore m.o.a.b. This was obviously during clan ups. It's really the only time when I play hardcore, and it's hardcore TDM, which can suck because there is a spawn delay, so when you die you could be waiting for anywhere up to 15 seconds to respawn, but obviously this is Flawless Friday, so you're not going to see me dying at all in this game. And I'm rocking the usual setup that I do in hardcore just because this gun, I do not like it any other time. So obviously I've got the PM9 with silencer and extended mags, and my secondary is the MP9 with silencer. Don't ask me why I've got silencer on it, because you don't really need it because they can't see the radar anyway. But obviously I'm rocking support, so this is a flawless support map. I think the final score is 29-0. And it was against pretty much a full French clan, and you're probably wondering how the hell I know they're French. You can tell it by their accent, basically. And they don't rage. They don't rage like the previous episode of Flawless Friday when I did a hardcore one and the whole enemy team rage quit during the clan ups, but they don't in this game. So hopefully you will enjoy this one. And I do pick up a G36C halfway through the game because I run out of ammo with my primary. So I used that gun a couple of kills as well. But anyway, I don't really want to talk about the gameplay. That is enough for the gameplay today. I've had an idea for a new series which I'm going to start on my channel, because I usually upload on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. Obviously Flawless Friday is on a Friday, self-explanatory, and Wednesdays I'm thinking of doing something called Windy Wednesdays or something, which it'll be basically stories that you guys see. The stories about when I talk about myself, they seem to go down pretty well, so I'll do that. And I won't do that every Wednesday because I'll run out of stories to tell in no time, but I'll pop one in every so often on a Wednesday. So if you guys think that's a good idea, let me know about that in the comments below, and I will start Windy Wednesdays. But I do want to talk to you a bit. I'm going to talk a bit about myself today anyway. I'm going to talk a bit about my childhood, and like my parents splitting up and stuff. Well, first of all, like obviously I grew up. Most of you guys know that I lived in York for a long time. Now I live in Manchester. But I did grow up. My mum, I think my mum and dad split up when I was about 4. So I did live with my mum for a couple of years to start off with, and I moved schools between the age of whatever up until 6. I moved to about four different schools in a very short period of time, so obviously it was quite hard to settle down and stuff. My mum kept moving house. My dad obviously moved back to the York area. Growing up in Leeds with my mum, and we'd moved to Bradford. God knows why we kept moving about. Obviously I was too young to know really what was going on, but it was really weird. It was really weird. I don't want to sound like some crappy X Factor sob story, because to get on X Factor you've got to have a sob story basically, and I don't want you guys feeling sorry for me at all, because I still had a great upbringing. But yeah, I did move schools a lot, and then I finally settled with my dad. Moved in with my dad when I was 6. My mum thought it'd be the best idea that we went to live in the country, because my dad is from the country. She thought it'd be safer for us than living in a big city. Leeds is obviously a decent sized city and stuff, and then Bradford. I'm not really a big fan of living in Bradford. I've been back there since, but nothing against it. It's just personal preference. But yeah, I moved in with my dad when I was 6 in the countryside, which was pretty cool to start off with, because we didn't start school. We moved just before Christmas time, so back then it was snowing loads. There was me, my little brother, and my sister just playing out in the snow, loving it basically while all the kids were at school. And then in the new year we eventually went to school and stuff, and I quickly settled in. It was quite nice. It was quite a little. I grew up in a little village. There's only about 2,000 people there, so luckily there was a primary school and a high school in the village. A lot of people from like close round little towns and stuff would go to the high school and stuff, but the primary school, that's when I met my best mate. I can't even talk. My best mate's name is Darren. I've been best mates with him since I was 6. We've obviously had our falling out and stuff, but he was the one who went to Australia with me the first time round. And we got to a sports day. Because obviously we've been best mates and stuff, and we had sports days every year at this little primary school. And what we do is we try and, because you won like a gold, a silver and bronze, blah blah blah, and you do all these different events and then rack up so many points on them. And we thought it'd be a good idea if we both drew. If we drew and we both got the gold, so I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool to me. And obviously, best mates you do. And the little shit fucking shafted me over. There was one event left. I think I had to shoot out some basketball hoops or something, and he had to score a couple of penalties or whatever. And I was winning, so I obviously had to miss a couple, and he had to score a couple more. It was quite easy for him, and obviously basketball shooting is a little bit harder, so it was pretty easy for me to miss basically. And then when we met up at the end, and because we had it like I'd just like score one basket, he'd score 2 goals, so basically we'd draw. But yeah, he didn't. He scored a lot more, and it means I got the silver medal. And fucking little prick, I was so pissed off because obviously that's when I really started to excel at sports and stuff. I kept winning all the little sprint races and stuff, playing football. Luckily my uncle was the football coach at my primary school. Although he didn't do me any favours, just because he was my uncle, he kind of like he started to piss me off a little bit. So I'd start doing laps if I did something wrong, because he's my uncle, so I'm going to answer back, and he'd start telling me to run laps, and I'd just keep running just to try and piss him off, but then I'd knock myself out. So yeah, we didn't actually get on that great, but I loved my primary school, and my best mate has been my best mate for so many years. He now lives in York. Unfortunately, I don't get to see him very often, but when I do go back to York, we go out for a few drinks and stuff, and he will always be my best mate, basically. When I eventually get married, which I'm sure I will do, he's going to be my best man. When he gets married, well, he's already told me that I'm going to be his best man as well. So happy days, basically, but that's just a quick insight about my childhood. This video is obviously about to come to an end. I get the final kill with the G360, so I hope you enjoyed this episode of Flawless Fridays. Windy Wednesdays will be up on Wednesdays if you guys think it's a good idea. Flawless, there we go, 29-0. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.